Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening, lecturer, and to all my classmates. Today, I'm going to give a talk about traffic congestion. Everyone have a method of traveling, of commuting from one place to another. In this millennia, almost everyone have their own personal vehicle. People with personal vehicle really, they can travel from anywhere in no time. But what if I say that people with personal vehicles takes longer time? With growing population, there will be even more people who would love to have their own personal vehicle to travel with. Given that the total population of the world is 7 billion, we are looking at a problem which can cause a really problematic magnitude. According to Wikipedia, global vehicle ownership in 2010 was 148 vehicles in use per 1,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people who have their own personal vehicle. It has never occurred to me that this problem would be serious and would pose a real problem to our life. After experiencing the problem myself, I feel like this matter should not be taken for granted. And for that, I did research for this topic, and for today, I hope to persuade you guys, each and every one of you, to stand up and make amends. All you need to do is to take steps to reduce the severity of the problem, such as traffic, public transportation, and carpooling. Let's look a little more closely at the severity of the problem. Although having a personal vehicle is easier, they ended up causing more troubles to yourselves. Why did I say that? Because if everyone is to have their own vehicles and to use their own vehicles simultaneously, they would end up causing traffic congestion. What is traffic congestion? As you would ask, traffic congestion, according to Wikipedia, is when vehicles travel at slower speeds because the number of cars on the road exceeds the physical capabilities of the road. This gets worse when some irresponsible drivers tend to park their cars willy-nilly at the side of the road, and therefore causing a blockage of the natural flow of traffic. Being stuck in a traffic jam really costs a lot of your time and money. Imagine having stuck in traffic for 60 minutes a day. What are the costs for that? Here we can see the INRICS 2015 traffic scorecard study, and shows that London drivers waste about 4.2 days of their travel, of their time being on the road in their cars, waiting in the traffic jam. And another study, according to Auto Insurance Center, indicates that an average American driver wastes about 19 gallons of gasoline and 42 hours of time yearly in traffic jam. Having a congested road opens up to more road accidents because being in a traffic jam causes fatigue and therefore reduces the driver's responsiveness and alertness over the surroundings. Fatigue is also one of the most high cause for road accidents. Traffic jams can also cause road rages, which when drivers are in a traffic jam, they end up being stressed, and therefore their rational mind is not rational. So, how do we contribute in the reduction of traffic congestion? You can imagine how many space we can save on the road just by taking these simple steps. Number one, stop commuting with your own cars or your vehicles and try public transportation. The US Census Bureau have conducted a survey of principal means of transportation in 2009 and found out that almost 70% of the workers drive to their work by driving alone, while those who uses public transportation only around 5%. That's a really serious issue. And for that, the government has taken many steps to improve the public transportation systems that are available and to make sure that we are comfortable in using public transportation. For example, in Malaysia, you can see that we have rapid bus system, which we also have in this university. We have KTM, which stands for Kereta Api Tanah Melayu. We have LRTs, we have monorail trains, we have taxis, Uber cars, and we also have cheap domestic airplanes that we use to travel to long distance, aside from driving by yourself. These services, these public transportation systems provide a safe, fast and comfortable commuting services. As I said earlier, most of the people are driving alone. So if you don't want to use public transportation and you still want to use your own car, why not ask your friends or your work colleagues to share your car and do a carpool, as there are many ways of carpooling. What is carpool? According to Wikipedia, carpooling is the sharing of cars so that there are two or more people inside the car. For example, there you can see these three people are going to work, and therefore they use one of the three people, one of them's car to go to work. As you can see, their face is very happy. Not sure if you can see clearly over here, but happiness is shown like that. So that is one of the benefits of carpooling. As you can see in the graph here, this is a study by Transoptions survey which conducted on US drivers and on 2012, March 2012, and these are the most popular reason of why people tend to do carpooling. 82% of people said why they carpool is because they want to save money, while some are just looking for ways to reduce their stress and even also helps the mother nature and reduce the air pollution. If everyone plays their part in this, we surely can avoid these consequences. This problem will grow to be even more of a hassle if you do not change the way you commute. With everyone driving their own cars alone, biggest highways will end up clogged with cars. As you can see here, these are visualization of the amount of space required to transport the same number of passengers by car, bus and bicycle. How many of the cars you see right there, and how many of the bus and bicycle that you can see on the road? This is a very different situation. As you can see that the car needed to commute is so much rather than using bus and even bicycles or motorcycles. So, and for that, carpooling and public transportation might be slightly inconvenient because you can't freely go everywhere you want. But over time, you will be cope with this situation, and therefore be your second nature. By not taking the steps aforementioned, not only you will be stuck in traffic, you will be wasting your precious time and money, as I said before, and you will be dealing with a tremendous amount of stress. In conclusion, traffic congestion is a serious problem that affects both you and I and basically every people in the world, but we took it for granted. Most people like to blame other people rather than taking action for themselves. Like some of the people likes to blame the government for not upgrading the roads, for example. And however, if let's say the government really upgrades the road, the problem is solved. I'm not blaming. I'm not saying that the solution is not correct, but however, eventually, with the number of population growing, the road will be congested anyways. It's just a matter of time. So, to be reminded that we all have our part to play in this problem in ways to reduce this this traffic congestion. We can avoid having this problem to grow even more if we act now. Stop traffic jams. Thank you and have a nice day. So, any questions?
So now, what vehicle do you take?
I like to use motorcycle as a way of commuting from one place to another, because where I'm staying right now, which is Kelang Valley, the amount of vehicle on the road is very, very many. It's myriad. There's plenty of cars, and therefore it's not a good way to drive. So motorcycle is one of the methods also. Any questions? Other questions? Alright, that's it. Thank you.